Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Out of the Ice.
What are we watching this time, Scott?
Well, we just watched a Disney movie. If this comes out right after that one, we've been staggering releases a little bit out of recording order, because we watched a bunch of Dragon Ball arcs.
It's coming maybe every few weeks for you guys, but we literally just binged a few arcs all in one go and just recorded.
Yeah, so I've been alternating them. If I gotten through those already, then the last episode that we've just watched was 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which we both really loved. So I was like, man, we just watched a Disney movie, but I kind of really want to watch this one specific type of movie.
See,
but it's a Disney property.
See, well, you also had the choice since I picked 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. You're like, I picked dibs.
Yeah.
And you were just really feeling this movie in your soul.
Not even just this specific movie, just these characters.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh man, the movie's on Disney Plus, but at the time it was made, it wasn't a Disney movie, I don't think. Because the first one wasn't. Fuck it, Muppets. So, we're going to be watching the second Muppet movie, The Great Muppet Caper, which I have watched. I watched when I was a kid, but don't remember anything from that specific viewing except for the opening credits jokes. Mm-hmm. Where literally, some characters are in a hot air balloon, and one of them goes, "What's with the words in the sky?" No, those are the opening credits. It shows who made the movie. Are we on there? I don't think so.
Oh, that's sad.
I don't remember if that's the exact joke, but it's like that kind of humor.
It's self-aware humor.
Just immediately breaking the fourth wall, as Muppets often do. Like, literally in the first episode of The Muppet Show, fucking Kermit drinks some milk and then goes, think about this, friends. Just like, how am I doing this? I have no throat.
That's still, even though I've watched a few more episodes after that, I still think that joke is my favorite Muppets joke so far.
It's a great side gag. It's a good one. In my opinion, it doesn't beat anything with either Animal, Rolf, or Swedish Chef, but it's a really good Kermit bit. Mm-hmm. The only other ones are when he just fucking snaps at Miss Piggy. You are fired! just pushes Kermit too far because he's normally the straight man. But
Kermit puts up with so much shit.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was like, I want to watch some Muppets. 2020 was hard. It sucked. And 2021, I have just been emotionally drained from the last year, emotionally drained from the current shit about the year, what I'm calling 2020 aftershocks.
We're here to bring in the good vibes.
Yeah, so right now, we're good vibins. We're good vibe peoples right now. That's what we're trying to be in a way. So I have no palate for anything really high intensity action. Like, even 20,000 Leagues was, it was an adventure film, but it was an older adventure film that took its time, so it didn't feel as draining.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not to mention all of the, tolerance that I have for action stuff or suspense stuff, because they're kind of the same, is all being taken up by WandaVision.
Oh, yeah.
That's what little spirit I have left in my body right now is just being sucked away, gratefully, by that show.
It's been so good, guys. If you haven't been watching, go watch it.
It's like, yes, Wanda, show me that good shit, and now I'm going to sleep.
Even if you're not the biggest fan of
my
Marvel.
Mom's getting into it, and she doesn't know shit about comics.
Yeah.
Thought I was wasting my life. Well, joke's on you, Mom, I did. Yeah, so I just want to watch some Muppets. I want to watch some good Muppets and some humans acting like being in a world of Muppets is completely normal.
Oh.
Because I love that too.
Yeah.
I love that aspect. Because a lot of stuff that wasn't Muppets would probably try to lampshade it, you know? Like, they would have one character who's supposed to be, like, the audience surrogate who's going, does nobody else see this crazy bullshit? They're puppets, you know? But yeah, so I'm not going to say anything about the Great Muppet Caper. Kat, what's the Great Muppet Caper about?
I have honestly no idea. Are you going to push me to guess what it's about?
What's it about?
Oh, great. I need at least some, I need some context clues here because I don't even, what's a caper? Oh, no. Is it a place?
Could be. You tell me.
Oh, for fuck's sake, no, not this again.
Yep. I told you I would bring this back. I forgot to do it in 20,000 Leagues.
They already kind of did the road trip thing, so I don't think they would. I don't think they would revisit that some sort of plot. They're trying to put together some sort of show at the Great Muppet Caper.
It's amazing. You are 100% wrong. I mean, nothing you've said has been right.
You ever read mystery books?
Not much.
Well, there you go. Caper is a mystery, Kat.
Oh, okay.
Looks like we got a caper on our hands.
Well, how did Kat become this way?
Did you never watch Scooby-Doo? Of fucking course you didn't. You stuck your head in the sand.
No, I didn't. My first exposure to Scooby-Doo was that, like, early 2000s Scooby-Doo movie where Scrappy was the bad guy.
The casting was honestly great.
Yeah.
Just sucks that the plot sucked. But yeah, a caper is a mystery, Cat.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you for letting me know.
So, what is this movie about?
Oh, great.
What is this movie about? Who's in it?
Well, the Muppet crew, of course.
No, I mean actors.
I don't know. You're asking me a really hard question.
Yeah, we're not looking for accuracy here. Just tell me what the movie is.
I'm blanking on actors. I don't
Mix
know.
them up.
Tim Curry. How about that?
Sure.
All right. Jim Carrey.
Why not? He was 5.
Dolly Parton's on my mind, so why the fuck not?
Cool. She was 30 by then. How old is she now?
I don't know.
She hasn't aged in 40 years.
And yeah, they're all in it.
Cool. Everyone's in it.
Yeah, all the celebrities are in it.
Sick. Lady Gaga. She actually is in one of the Muppet movies. So what's the plot?
Oh, great. Well, now that you informed me that it's a mystery,
can't believe I had to do that.
I'm gonna guess that, let's say a major character is missing. How about Kermit? Kermit is missing, and the Muppet Gang are worried, so they go, and we're gonna go back. You know what? They already did the road trip, but I can't see if this is a mystery, and Kermit is missing. They're going out on a zany adventure to find them. Shenanigans ensue. Miss Piggy is upset and or pissed the entire time, so, you know, no different from normal. And yeah, they find Kermit eventually.
I mean, you did kind of describe a Muppet movie, not this one, but...
Oh, really?
You described Muppets Most Wanted. Just without one of the main plot points. As soon as she said, well, I guess Kermit's missing. How about that? And I'm like, I mean, that is a Muppet movie. Not this one, though. This was when Jim Henson was still alive. This is more creative. But
oh.
I actually really like Muppets Most Wanted. But, yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, no. No, not at all.
Oh, damn it. Damn it.
Goddamn cat. Fuck it. That's it. We'll be back. We'll be back.
Die into the microphone, Scott.
We'll be back.
Jim Henson Home Entertainment presents adventure, romance, danger, and champagne.
Well, if you put enough sugar in this stuff, it tastes just like ginger ale.
Jim Henson's The Great Muppet Caper.
So that movie was fucking great. I loved that shit.
It was an enjoyable watch. I can give you that. Oh,
She's gonna be lukewarm again. She's gonna be lukewarm again. Get ready for it.
I was lukewarm. I enjoyed the movie. There were some good jokes. It was fun, but I wouldn't sit down and give my full attention to it if I was to rewatch it.
Because she can tell you, I was giggling like a little bitch.
Oh, you were enjoying yourself so much, and I felt it felt like a less, like with Airplane, like the whole time I was just completely lost. Whereas this one, I'm like, I feel like I should be laughing more, but it's not making me laugh as much.
I don't know. Because, like, that's the thing, because she does enjoy the Muppets. She really liked the Muppets, the Muppet movie, the first one. Mm-hmm. So this one didn't hit as hard. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know. Some of the humor didn't. I thought the musical numbers were fun. I liked those.
I love the fucking joke where Miss Piggy is just like, you can't even sing. Your voice was dubbed. God,
there was a lot more. I felt like this movie had more fourth wall breaking.
Yeah.
Which I think for me, if you do it too much, then I'm just like, okay, whatever.
Mm-hmm. But that's kind of like a Muppet staple. You know? Because like their whole thing is like, yes, we're doing this with puppets. Yes, it's fucking absurd. Yes, we know it's absurd, and we're not, like, by the end of it, you're gonna see that we don't care that it's absurd, and you won't care anymore either.
But I'll say that the visual gags, the one that sticks out to me the most was Nikki's door, where his said irresponsible parasite.
No. Was it?
It was irresponsible parasite.
Okay.
I wrote it down.
Yeah, I was like, was it irresponsible or untrustable?
Irresponsible.
Yeah, irresponsible parasite, which is something that Lady Holiday had called her brother earlier in the fucking movie.
My brother Nicky, he's second in command here, and he's an irresponsible parasite.
And then, like, literally Miss Piggy, like, it was just like, all right, fine, I'll hire you on as a secretary. You know, like, my brother's coming here. Don't trust him with anything. He's blah, 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 blah. He's probably the villain, blah, 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 blah. And, like, Miss Piggy just goes, wait, why are you telling me all this? And she just goes,
it's plot exposition. It has to go somewhere.
That's such a fucking stupid shit. And I love it.
But, like, I'm not saying I didn't like it. I'm just saying if I had a friend that's like, oh, I want to watch this movie, I'd be like, okay, I'm cool with this being on, but I'll probably just be on, like, my phone for a good chunk of it. Oh, and I was going to say, another thing that went over my head was the cameos. Like,
yeah, I don't know a lot of actors, like, by name and by face and all that stuff, especially of, like, the 80s, because this was, like, 81, I think?
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those things, like, you had to either be super into 80s movies, or you had to be, like, in the times to know who these are. Well, also,
this takes place in England, so it's a lot of English actors and,
and
other shit. I did get one cameo, Oscar the Grouch.
Oh, yeah, we got that one.
Yeah.
What's all the racket?
What are you doing here?
A very brief cameo.
Me too.
And I think that guy was somebody who was on the season 1 of Muppets. Mm-hmm. You know, like, he looked familiar. But then, like, yeah, the fucking part where they're just talking about the opening credits and, like, how it's taking a long time.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
And fucking Gonzo in this movie just wants to fucking die.
He is suicidal this whole movie.
Basically. But, like, not, like, depression suicidal. He just doesn't have any self-preservation. It's just like, yo, you think I'd make it if I jumped from here? Probably not. Don't. It's like, oh man, I got my nose stuck into the elevator. You should try this. It hurts like hell.
I will say, if you like the Muppets, watch this movie and enjoy it.
Yeah.
I like the Muppets too. It just did. I don't know if it's something with me, but it didn't quite get me as well. But if you enjoy the Muppets, you will most likely enjoy this movie as well.
Yeah. So yeah, Cat's predictions. Like, we shouldn't even go over Cat's predictions because it didn't, and nothing happened.
Nothing.
You know, Kermit didn't go missing. The squad didn't have to do it. It had nothing to do with the Muppet Show.
Nope.
Because, like, This is we're now to the point where it's just like, because the first one was the origin movie of them then making the Muppet Show.
Mm-hmm.
But then this is now, they're just established actors. And they even explain, here's the fucking parts we're playing. See, in this movie, me and Fozzie are playing twins that are reporters. And Gonzo here is our camera guy. Fucking the gag with Gonzo always taking the picture of the wrong thing.
Yeah.
It's like there's a fucking jewelry heist going on. It's like, I got a picture of a chicken. Oh my god. And so like literally the first whole thing is like, hey, it's a movie, everybody's in it. Like all this shit.
Who are these people on the screen, basically?
Mm-hmm. And
they have families.
Yeah, I love the opening credits. Like, does anyone even read Kermit, does anyone even read these? Oh sure, they all have families. Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here. And then like the hot air balloon goes down. They land on clearly a back lot set. And just everything's going on. Sweetums is there, falls down a fucking manhole cover. Poor Sweetums.
We're in a musical number already.
Fucking everything is going crazy around them. Like the fucking prisoners get control of a truck they were being carted in, and they drive it off. Fucking shit's exploding. My god.
And meanwhile, they're taking pictures of something else.
Yeah, they're taking pictures of a chicken. And their big headline story instead of the jewel thief is about them joining the paper. Fucking narcissistic assholes. And then there's the whole joke where the fucking news chief just keeps slamming his hand on desks, making shit fly up and scaring everybody. Just, Fucking Gonzo like jumps 30 feet and grabs the rafter. He's like, It's fucking, and then they go into the thing with ninth class,
which their box is
it says bear, frog, whatever
for Gonzo. That was good.
Nobody knows what Gonzo is. And then it's just like, all right, here's the stop for London. Oh, the plane's stopping? No, we're not stopping. We're getting off in Italy, but you're stopping here.
You land in England.
Come in!
What's happening?
Shook. Just throws him into a fucking lake from a plane. Oh my god. But yeah, so they fall out of the plane, get to the Happiness Hotel. There's a whole song about it. And it's just like, this place sucks, but you got it.
We don't have a kitchen anymore.
Yeah, the elevator doesn't work.
The rooms suck.
Yeah, the rooms suck. There's bugs, there's rats, there's everything. It's the worst place ever.
I was gonna say, you could check out to either by cash, credit, or sneaking out in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you guys fixing to pay?
What are our choices?
A, credit card. B, cash. C, sneak out in the middle of the night.
We'll take C.
Very popular choice.
Old glasses, Beardy McBeardbeard is the concierge at the Happiness Hotel. Fucking Swedish Chef, of course, is in the Happiness Hotel constantly trying to get the kitchen back. Fucking, that's of course where Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem are staying.
What are they even doing there?
They're in between gigs. Have been for like 5 years, man.
oh yeah.
But like everybody immediately just kind of likes the group because it's like, fucking yeah, we're all just one big family here. And the fucking joke where anytime they get on that fucking bed, it just Can somebody get the light? Thank you. I also love how, like, Kermit's main thing, because he's kind of the straight man here, he'll just hear crazy ass shit and just go, oh, good.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, good, on to the next thing. I just love that. And then, meanwhile, we have Miss Piggy wanting to be a model for Lady Holiday. Instead, she gets, put as a secretary, because her whole portfolio is the same goddamn pose.
Yeah, Lady Holiday's stressing out about the show, calling everybody's outfits ugly.
Why did I design that?
Give some plot exposition.
It has to go somewhere.
about her brother, about her stolen jewelry.
Yeah.
How she's worried that she's going to get stolen from again.
It's like, as long as they don't take the fabulous baseball diamond, I
Yeah.
could care less. Just all this shit. Meanwhile, then Kermit and Fozzie and Gonzo all show up to there. Lady Holiday's already gone. Miss Piggy is like fantasizing that, she's a model. And Kermit thinks that she's Lady Holiday. And
Miss Piggy goes with it.
Miss Piggy goes with it because she's a bitch. And
Like, how did she think that this was going to work in her favor at all?
yeah. It's just lucky that Kermit didn't do any research.
Yeah. Man, they are terrible reporters.
They're awful. Awful reporters. Just awful journalists. I don't think any of them write anything down into notes ever.
Yeah.
Like, they're just bad at it. Just the worst. At least Gonzo actually knows how to fucking develop film in a dark room.
And he knows how to take pictures.
Yeah. The pictures he does take are good. It's just he's bad at finding the subject matter. But then, and I also love near the beginning, there's the fucking thing where it's like, oh yeah, we're twin brothers. It's like, what? You look nothing alike. Well, that's because Fozzie's not wearing his hat. And then it shows, it's like, well, the only reason you guys are here is because I was a friend of your father. And it just shows this like weird amalgamate Fozzie Kermit puppet.
Oh yeah, that was
where it's
weird.
like, it's got Kermit eyes, Fozzie's body, and then Kermit's like neck thing.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I hate it. Oh, I hate it. Oh my god, who was their mom?
Ooh.
Is it a Kermit with Fozzie eyes?
Ooh.
No, please.
No.
Gross. I hate it. Get it off the screen. Never show it again. And then, so like, Miss Piggy is like, oh yeah, like, fucking, I live here, and meet me there tonight.
Well, more like 'cause she's like, oh crap, where do I live? Guess.
Oh man, you must be psychic. That's it exactly. And so, we have another song where Kermit is getting ready for his date with Lady Holiday, which is like, again, immediately he's just like, oh shit, I'm gonna fucking like get in good with this, this fashion designer. I'm like, you're supposed to be doing a fucking story on her, Kermit, not fucking her. Like,
I liked the little joke when he's shaving.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I don't even use a blade.
I just use the handle.
Wish I had whiskers. Then I could actually use a blade. Like, Kermit, why even then? Oh, and I forgot the best fucking thing from Sam Eagle ever, where it's just after the Happiness Hotel songs, he just opens the door.
You are all weirdos. Ugh.
Back out of the movie.
Yeah.
Just like, oh man, we gotta get Sam Eagle in there. How? We're in England. Fuck it. He's just at the Happiness Hotel. He opens the door. Oh my god. And so Miss Piggy's having to like sneak around this house that's not hers. It belongs to some like bored English couple.
And it was so weird because it's not like they seemed like they were out of love or anything.
No,
but
they're just bored. They don't know what to do.
Like the woman doesn't leave the house.
Hasn't in 12 years.
Yeah.
It says that like the fucking weather's been awful, but the weather's been nice all movie and continues to be nice all movie. No, not awful.
It's been disappointing.
Disappointing. And then the weekend was just frightful. I'm like, how do you know? You never leave. You never leave.
Like, what is even their life?
The kids are out of the house. The pets are all dead. The butler's been dismissed. You said the butler is dead. No, the pets are dead. Miss Piggy runs across the screen. Thought you said the pets were dead.
Miss Piggy kind of rushes Kermit through the house.
On a tour. They get cornered by the guy. He opens like the closet door that they're hiding in. And she's like, oh, like he's holding like a fire poker and he just puts it behind his back. Sorry, could I do anything for you? Request a restaurant? And it's like, oh, well, there's this, but well, it's more of a supper club.
And they're like, let's go.
And okay. Well, what was that? That was the pig I mentioned. Wanted to request for a restaurant. Oh, what did you say? Well, I said this place. That's more of a supper club, dear. Well, I tried to tell them that.
And I'm just like, what is this?
I kept expecting those two to come back for some reason. Like, I kept expecting, like, I don't know why. I just expected that somehow they would show up again.
Well, like, because I feel like that gag went on long enough to feel like they'd come back.
Mm-hmm. It just, I felt like it would just be like, I feel like somehow they're gonna have to, like, help for some reason in the like climax of the movie, but they don't. But then fucking they get on the fucking Happiness Hotel bus, and like Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem are playing, Give Me That Nightlife, and Miss Piggy is like, man, you're like, are these all your friends? Oh, only the ones on the fenders. It's just like,
They don't have to play this loud. Oh, that's okay. They don't mind.
and then I fucking love the thing where, like, Kermit opens the menu and is like,
Yeah.
closes it. God, so you have any money?
Yeah, I felt that on a spiritual level.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
just flashback to when we went to the Blue Bayou.
Because even though Scott was footing the bill because he had reward points, because I don't go out to eat fancy places very much.
Neither do I, but the Blue Bayou restaurant is in Pirates of the Caribbean.
But when I opened up and saw the lamb as $50, I immediately shut the menu. I'm like, Scott, you can't do this.
It's like, this is why I have the points card, Kat. The points have not been used for like 10 years. Now is their time.
Okay.
It is their time, Kat. I already spent like 50 points on merchandise and I still have enough to foot the bill.
Aww.
And then some.
I had the jambalaya. It was very good.
I had the veal, and then halfway through the meal I realized that I remembered that veal is baby lamb, and I was like, well, this is very delicious. I'm never having it again.
Yeah.
I have a problem with this morally. I didn't realize that I did until now.
Whoops.
Not veal. What was it? It was just lamb, right?
Yeah, lamb.
It was lamb, and I'm like, wait. Lamb is specifically young sheep, isn't it? It's like the cheap version of veal. And I'm like, I mean, it's very delicious and tender. But, just eating it and realizing that, I think I have a moral problem with this, so I'm not gonna do this again. I'm not, no. Delicious, but no, never again. So that was interesting. But, yeah, they go to this fancy place. Gonzo's trying to take, like, souvenir pictures to get money.
Like, one guy is like, no pictures.
It's like, oh, come on, a souvenir for you and the wife. It's like, oh, she doesn't need one. It's like, oh, well, otherwise, well, like, why even bring her out? She should just be at home. My wife is at home.
And Gonzo's like, oh.
Next table. I'm like, that was an adultery joke in a Muppets movie. Delicious.
Amazing.
Fantastic. And then Lady Holiday shows up with her brother, who's just fucking bopping to the beat in a way that doesn't fit with the music. Looks like he's out of Greece.
He looks like a freaking idiot.
Has an American accent.
Yeah.
Just his bow ties are always crooked. And immediately
Lady Holiday is like, man, we shouldn't have come here. Why did you insist on me wearing this necklace? I'm gonna get robbed.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. And then, like, fucking a whole goddamn, like, musical number happens, and Nikki sees Miss Piggy and just is like, oh my god, the picture of beauty. And I'm just like, oh, okay, man, whatever.
It was a very responsible love song for this musical number, basically saying...
Yeah, it's just, nothing actually changes, but, it changes.
First time you see her, no bolt from the blue. Just something so quiet that's waiting for you.
I appreciate the non-hyperbole there. That's nice. I like it. It's not just like, oh, when you're in love you can lasso the moon and fly. And so that whole thing, and then it becomes a whole huge fucking dance number. Piggy's tap dancing around.
Why did she bring tap shoes? Who knows?
She didn't though. She like has glass slippers and they just somehow work like tap shoes. I don't know how the fuck happened there. And then fucking the lights go out. 3 models who work for Holiday are conspiring with Nikki. So like he grabs the necklace, throws it out, but Gonzo takes the picture right as that's happening, like in the act. And then like it's like, oh my god, my jewels have been stolen. Oh, Lady Holiday's been robbed again. And it's like, wait, Lady Holiday.
Kermit's like, wait, what?
Yeah, but I thought, and then Miss Piggy's just bolting.
Yeah.
And then like in a little Cinderella homage, all that's left behind is like one of her glass slippers. And then we cut to like a top-down view of a person in a Miss Piggy costume.
Yeah.
Because that was the only way to get the shot.
Yeah, that was weird.
It was a little weird. Like you don't notice it at first, but then like you're like, oh wait, uh-oh. You notice it a lot more in a later scene when they do that again. But yeah, so it cuts to, the like Kermit feels all betrayed, finds Miss Piggy in a park, and I'm just like, man, this is like when, people keep running into each other in New York City. Like London is fucking huge.
Like the likelihood of this happening.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. But we start to, get hints that Miss Piggy can still do Kung Fu, because she fucking tosses a dude away. And then fucking, my god, like, before that, like Kermit's just sitting there, and the fucking clip that launched 1,000 memes.
Oh yeah,
shows up. There's been many Muppets memes, but this is one of the better ones, and it's one that I was mentioning in the previewing section. Where just like this guy is like, I'll tell you what your problem is. It's all written all over your face. I can tell you exactly. So you went into the laundromat business with your brother Benny. He goes out of the way. Blah, blah, blah. Goes on for like 5 minutes. Probably telling his story. And it's just like, wow.
It's amazing. You are 100% wrong. I mean, nothing you've said has been right.
Everything you just said is wrong. I'm trying to do a movie here, and you're just blocking up the way. Oh, well, I didn't realize that. You want to buy a watch? No. Walks away. Movie stars.
At one point before the Miss Piggy scene 2, they're developing Gonzo's film in the bathroom.
They're developing it in the dark room, but everybody needs to use the bathroom, because apparently in this hotel, there's only one bathroom, or at least only one that works. And so fucking, like, they get the picture. It's developing, and then Animal busts open the door. Bathroom, and it just burns. It darkens the photo, the photo, and it's just worthless now. I'm like, shit.
Yeah. After that, then we get to the Miss Piggy scene.
Mm-hmm. And I love this
part. I can say I really did love this part
when they start getting into an argument in character, and then like it becomes an out of character argument.
Piggy, you're overacting. What? You're overacting. You're hamming it up.
I am not. I am trying to save this movie.
Oh, yeah? Well, save your performance instead.
I am playing 800 different emotions.
Well, try to play one of them right.
Oh, look, I have a career of my own.
I know all about your career, Pig.
I don't need this lousy duck part.
Where it's just actual Kermit and actual Piggy.
Kermit said,
we have to get back to the movie. Well, I'm trying to make the movie good. Like, I'm trying to save the movie. You should save your own performance.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my god, Kermit, you killed her.
Hello, police. I've just witnessed a murder.
Yeah, this scene was really good.
Yeah, I fucking love that shit where they just drop character and start actually having a fucking couple argument. And then, like, she's all upset, and it's like, Piggy, I'm sorry. I went too far. Let's just continue the movie. And then they go into a thing where it's like, hey, remember when we had Kermit riding a single bike? Motherfucker, now everyone's on bikes.
They just up the ante.
Bikes and bikes and bikes and bikes.
Literally everyone's riding a bike.
Yeah, everyone's riding a bike. Nobody knows how it's working. Nobody knows how it can happen. How the puppets on bikes. Puppets on bikes. Stotler and Waldorf are there on a bench. They do their shit. It's just a fucking my God, like it's such a cool scene. It's like bicycle ballet. Miss Piggy, and he's like doing a handstand on a bike, gets caught on a tree.
So after this is the show, the fashion show.
The fashion show where like Piggy is trying to help out and fucking Nikki gets weirdly grabby hands.
I'm like, no means no.
Oink means no. Kermit walks in and is like, "You see, Nikki, I'm spoken for, you fucking creep." And it's just like, oh, I see. Well, then I can't be held responsible for what may happen next.
And
he's just like, are you threatening to touch me? and so then like he hides the jewelry in Piggy's jacket. And like Marla, I believe, is the one who like fakes going down, twists her ankle, and it's like, oh no, I'll stay with you here. I'll stay with you here until like the paramedics show up. No, Piggy, you'll have to go in her place. Funk.
That was so good.
Well, if you insist. And so then she goes out there, has this whole dream sequence of doing like a fucking water ballet. Then they have fucking like they have tubes in the fucking nose shit so that she can be blowing bubbles while in the water.
They did a reverse shot for the
I did notice that like when all the people are coming up and then Piggy comes up with the sparklers. I'm like, wait, the water's moving. Oh, they reversed the shot. Okay, that makes sense because the sparklers. Yep. Yep. And so I'm like, that's kind of interesting, just that you can notice that when you really look at it. But yeah, this whole thing, there's another scene where it's like Miss Piggy costume, that jump off of the fucking like structure into the water. Mm-hmm. Like that's clearly a costume. And turns out that in her daydream, she jumped into the water, meaning she actually jumped into the fucking fountain.
Whoops.
Oh, what an idiot. She's like, oh, I must have tripped. And then, Nikki comes out. It's like, oh, here, let me, cover you in your jacket. Oh, it's like, oh, wait, hold on. This isn't mine. Did someone put this in my pocket on accident? And what? And it's like, oh, that's the necklace, but where are the diamonds? Miss Piggy stole the necklace.
Oh, no.
What? I did no such thing.
And Piggy gets taken away.
Gets taken away into the prison, immediately starts picking up prison lingo.
It's been 45 minutes.
Time goes slow in the cooler. I'll be stuck in the big house for life.
Big house? Is that prison talk?
Yeah, big house, squealer, slammer. That's the lingo we use here in the joint.
Oh, the voice. I'm trying to remember what exactly, because between that and that, I had noted your voice was dubbed.
Yeah, because in the dream sequence, both Kermit and Nikki are singing about like the world's been waiting for you, Miss Piggy. Like everything's about you, Miss Piggy. And it's like. And it's like, your voice, like, you can't even sing. Your voice was dubbed in that last number. And I think I think the person playing Nikki actually, like, in reaction to that, made a face of looking offended. Oh, how could you? Which is hilarious. But yeah, so that happens. And Kermit, like, goes and meets up with her disguised as her lawyer. They have a kiss, and it's like, oh, you're wearing my mustache. Oh, well, you have mesh marks on your face. Oh, and then it's just like, all right, we got to stop them from getting the diamond. And the bad guys are like, all right, time to get the diamond.
They're both doing like a check of their gear.
Yeah, and the bad guys have all their shit together, and the good guys are just like, oh, wax teeth. I just had them a minute ago.
They don't have anything except for, what was it?
Nothing.
I thought they had something, but
I don't think they had anything. Like, because even like Yo-Yo and fucking the female member of the band just goes, for sure. And there's that other good part where like, everybody's talking at once, and then Kermit tells them all to be quiet, and she's still going on like, so I told my mother, like, it's my life, man, and if I just want to spend the day on the beach getting nude, and then like, oh, we're done talking. I'm like, wait, what was she gonna say? Like, what was that story? I'm sorry? Hold on. What? Yeah, I don't think they have anything. Oh, and this is when the joke shows up with like Beauregard, the cab driver, who is lucky to have a driver's license. Kermit's like, we'll catch him in the act with like red-handed, and Beauregard goes, well, what color are their hands now? And then goes to the prison, and it's like, don't worry, Piggy, we're gonna get you out of here. We're gonna catch him in the act red-handed. And Piggy goes, well, what color are their hands now?
After like the third time, I'm like, this joke has been run to the ground.
It's the rule of threes. It's only happened 3 times. It's Beauregard again who does it. Like, as they're watching, it's like, all right, guys, time to catch him in the act, red-handed. What color are their hands now? And not to mention, like, so like they're all getting ready, they're doing it. Miss Piggy's just pacing, fucking activates like Super Saiyan Piggy mode, and like fucking bends the goddamn bars of the prison, breaks out, like steals a goddamn truck. And
at one point, the truck breaks down.
Yep, it breaks down. It runs out of gas, and she's like, "What am I, a glutton for punishment?" Gets back onto the road. It's like, "What am I gonna do now?" And immediately a fucking like car drives by, and a fucking motorcycle jumps out of it, crashes stops right next to her. Well, that's convenient. Talk about convenience. Just right to the camera. So now she's like dressed as Evil Knievel Piggy and is like driving the motorcycle. And sometimes in faraway shots, it's a fucking person in a Miss Piggy mask and suit, which looks really weird because we know that Muppets are supposed to be much smaller than humans. And yet this is like a human-sized Miss Piggy.
Yeah, it's
specifically a human man-sized Miss Piggy, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that was a stunt driver dude. Yeah. Could have been a woman, though, I guess. They just look tall.
Yeah.
And so they're, like, flying there, and I'm like, man, it's weird to see Piggy that tall. I don't like it. So then, in this high-speed chase, Piggy looks at the camera again and goes, oh, you wanted excitement! Flying through. Meanwhile, Kermit and the others are... Fuck. What did they do first?
They tried to get in through the fence with Animal eating through the bars.
Right, he tried to eat through the fucking bars. And starts to, but then the dogs show up. And then...
The pizza.
Like, two twins pizza.
Yeah.
We don't make it, we just deliver. What's your name? Henderson. Yep, that's the name, right here, that's the name. But I hate pepperonis. I'm like, who the fuck hates pepperoni? What kind of fucking mad lad? But it's just like, well, if you don't want it, you can just, feed it to the dogs. Oh, well, that's very kind of you, sir. I'm like, what is happening? And then eventually they start getting chased by the dogs anyway. And then Rolf talks to them, right? Like, Rolf starts just going, woof, woof, woof. Woof. And the dogs immediately calm down. It's good to know a second language.
Yeah.
And then Animal something happens before Animal lifts it up, right? Yeah. They're like, oh, like Bunsen Honeydew is like, well, hold on. This could be electrified. Beaker, check it. And like just... And that's another moment where, like, now Beaker is just completely fried. Like, his hair standing on it. All right, that should have done it. It is now no longer electrified. And Kermit just goes, oh, good. Go ahead and open it up, Animal. Animal pulling his weight over here.
Yeah, really.
And then, like, it's like, oh, man. Like, they open it up. And it's just like, oh, we need to find something that'll support our weight. So that we can get down there. And somebody just goes, I got paper towels. That's what they had. They had paper towels. That's the only thing they had. It's like, I got the paper towels. Instead, they just make a fucking wall of Muppets climb down there.
We get a glance of the baseball diamond, which is...
in a pitcher's mitt. like a little stone thing that looks like a pitcher's mitt. Or just like, I guess a baseball mitt. It's not just a pitcher's mitt. It's catcher's mitt. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know sports very well. And I played baseball for a year. I mean, it was T-ball, but we never used the T.
Did you have a specific position, or where it was just wherever you were that day?
Behind the pitcher's mound.
Okay, so you were a catcher.
Behind the pitcher's mound.
Oh, no, that I'm dumb. Behind the pitcher's mound, so...
I was a catcher, but I was just behind the pitcher's mound was my thing. Somewhere behind the pitcher's mound.
Okay, so you're probably center outfielder.
Behind the pitcher's mound. I think there was like 8 feet between me and the guy pitching the ball.
Second baseman.
I don't care. All I know is that there was another guy who was like right next to me within earshot, and all I would do is I would stand there with my hand up like a jackass, not moving, and just talking to him because we were both bored out of our minds. And one time, a ball went immediately into my hand, and, you know, just because of the force of it going into my palm, my hand closed around it, and it's the only time my dad was ever proud of me. And then I completely whiffed on getting the other person out because I was supposed to throw it to third base, and I throwed it back to the pitcher. But yeah, so it's literally a fucking baseball-sized diamond. And I forget who it is. It's either Marla, Darla, or Carla are their names. They're all Los. I think it was Marla again. She grabs it. Fozzie just lowers and goes,
Excuse me, I don't think that belongs to you.
and then they all just fucking attack. They all got Muppets hanging off of them. They start playing catch with the baseball diamond. One guy gets a fish, starts smacking it with the like a baseball. There's an announcer guy like, yeah, great day in Muppet sports.
What's his face is selling popcorn.
Scooter.
Yeah, Scooter.
Yeah. It's like popcorn, red hot popcorn chicken. Fucking chickens just flying around. Fucking stupid as shit. And then eventually Nikki gets the baseball diamond because Kermit goes to catch it, but Nikki's taller, he grabs it, and then Piggy just fucking bursts through a window. Kermit! And just wrecks into Nikki.
Just wrecks everyone's shit.
Yep. Hi-ya! And then Nikki and the others are getting carted away, and it cuts to the Muppets, all of them, now packed into 9th class. And the movie ends with them getting fucking thrown off the plane again. They all have parachutes this time.
Gonzo's doesn't work.
Gonzo's parachute doesn't work. He goes dropping and then goes fucking flying back upward in an updraft. I think at one point, maybe in the background, you can see him going sideways. He's just having a bad time, but loving it. And it's just a reprise of Hey, a Movie.
Yeah.
Starring everybody, and me, and me, and me, me, me. And me, and me, and me. And yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just a very funny movie. I love the movie. I love the zaniness of the Muppets.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, so good. So good. And man, it's a shame that you were more lukewarm on this one.
Yeah.
Because we've also been watching The Muppet Show now that that's on Disney Plus.
Well, I mean, like I enjoy it, but it's not like I'm like slapping my knee the entire time. I'm enjoying it. And like there's some stuff that generally gets me, but like.
So would you say for you, are the Muppets more funny or charming?
Charming, for sure.
Interesting. I wonder as we go further and further, like through the history of the Muppets and to like more recent Muppet things, I wonder if as they evolve, like with comedy, you know, I wonder if that aspect will start to like change, you know, and you'll be like, okay, now see, this is some funny Muppet shit, you know?
Yeah.
And I wonder when that'll be, because you did think, well, did you think Muppet Movie was charming or funny or like kind of both?
More charming.
Okay. Yeah, because there is a lot of heart in that Muppet movie because it's like a road trip and, you know, go for your dreams kind of movie.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. But yeah, it is just like this thing where it's like, Muppets is this thing where like, I think I would accept either funny or charming as like a correct answer. Because they're in this weird intersection where it's like a very wholesome thing, but it's not like it's not expressly catered to kids.
No.
You know, if you get what I mean. Like, it's not talking down to, you know. There's a difference between, like, say, Muppets and Yo Gabba Gabba. You know? Or Muppets and Blue's Clues. Like, you know, like, Muppets has a lot of the same
Muppets
colors.
and Sesame Street.
Yeah. Yes. Actually. Kermit was on both, but yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so... Yeah, I like this movie. I thought it was very funny. You know, and even if you didn't think it was as funny, I'm glad you found it charming.
Yeah. No, don't get me wrong. I couldn't have given less. I couldn't have given a like a few years ago, I wouldn't have given a shit about the Muppets, but now I like them. Because
literally, like, behind the curtain here, right now on my other monitor, I'm looking at the editing for Airplane, and so like I'm just like, oh god, is this another time where like she just didn't like the movie that I like? Oh no, my heart.
No, I'm not gonna break. Airplane, I needed to be 100% honest, but I enjoyed this movie, but not like in the way that you did.
Mm.
So,
yeah.
Whereas Airplane, I'm like, I don't enjoy this.
Ow.
Oh.
But yeah, that'll never stop hurting.
I'm sorry.
No, but yeah. So, all right. Yeah, I do wonder though. I do wonder if at some point we will see Kat being like less of, oh man, the Muppets are so charming, and more of like, oh man, this Muppet shit is funny. You know, I do wonder that.
Mm-hmm.
Because like this stuff is still older Muppets, you know? It's like 81, 82, somewhere around there. And I just wonder. The next movie we'd be watching is Muppet Treasure Island, I believe.
Okay.
Or no, probably Muppets Take Manhattan. I'd have to see which came first. I think it's Muppets Take Manhattan, though. But that won't be on Disney Plus. We'll have to find that somewhere else.
I think my laptop is not connected to the internet. No, it's not. Don't get a Chromebook, guys.
Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah. I just need a $100 laptop. I said, no, don't. Save money for a real computer or for a real laptop. Don't do this to yourself.
All right, let's see. The Muppet Movie, Great Muppet Kid. Yep, Muppets Take Manhattan is the next one. And then Christmas Carol. Then Treasure Island. Muppets from Space. Very Merry Muppet Christmas Movie. Muppet Wizard of Oz.
I've seen Muppet Wizard of Oz, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What'd you think of that one?
It was fine.
Okay. And then we got a big old break. 2005, then 2011 with The Muppets. And then Muppets Most Wanted.
Okay.
All right, now, yeah, I think that's it for us.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else I want to add.
Yeah, so, guys, if you could, please, leave a review on there, if you really like it, please consider doing a 5-star review. It does really help us out. Go to our YouTube channel, where we also host this podcast on there, as well as some gameplay videos, some random videos, a vlog. We want to do more of those once the world goes back to normal, and subscribe there, because that also really helps us out. I have a Twitter and an Instagram, both called Mutagen Works, where I post art and a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon webcomic, because I've always loved the Mystery Dungeon games. Figured, why not try my hat at a webcomic of it? It always seems to be the thing to do. So if you like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, take a look at that. And yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Kat?
If you feel like following me on my socials, on Twitter and on Instagram, my personal account is Kinda Cat. If it's not changed, unless I forgot to change that on Twitter, I can't remember. But I'm going to do that after we're done recording, if I haven't.
Yeah.
If you want to follow me and my crocheting adventures, I'm Kat's Crochet Creations. And
that's on Instagram?
Also on Instagram, thank you. And if you're interested in watching some Kingdom of Geek Along stuff, but in smaller, more compact compilations, I just recently started putting some compilations together of really funny moments from from pretty much every series that we've been working on right now. I've touched on some Hitman. I'm working on some King's Quest right now.
Some Doom.
Some Doom. Oh yes, definitely Doom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if you when you hear me say like, oh, we've got a YouTube channel, but you're not sure if it's your thing, we got an Instagram. Those videos are like a minute long.
Yeah. Specifically, just like on YouTube, the Instagram is also Kingdom of Geekalon.
Mm-hmm.
Can't miss it.
Yep. All right, guys. I think that's it for us.
All right. I'm Kat.
I'm Scott.
And we are out of the ice.
Hey, everybody. So just to let you know, this will be the last bi-weekly episode of the podcast for a while.
Yeah, at least for the foreseeable future.
I have a ton of projects. I do all of the editing on our YouTube. I do all of the editing, clip finding, and everything for this podcast. And then I also do a webcomic that I try to get done at least once a month, which is a lot of work too, as well as having a full-time job. So I just, for my own sanity, I need to cut down a little bit because I have not been doing great with being overwhelmed. So, just for a bit at least, we're going to switch it from every 2 weeks, no matter what, to when an episode is done, it will drop. So it's not like it's going on hiatus. It's not, done. We're not quitting.
Scott and I talked about this, and we don't want to lessen the quality of the podcast just for the sake of getting it out every couple weeks.
Yeah.
And we want to still make an enjoyable product, and it's really hard to do that if one of the hosts is feeling extremely burned out and tired of doing it.
Yeah.
So I think it's just for the best right now that we go to the new schedule that Scott brought up, and hopefully keep bringing fun, quality content that any of our listeners out there let us know that they enjoy.
Yeah, and honestly, if I'm allowing myself to veer away from focusing completely on deadlines and more focus on, making a fun podcast, then I might be able to find new, tricks and methods and ways in editing to make the show even better. Because I haven't really been able to experiment all that much aside from adding clips because of the timescale that I'm on. So this might end up in the future making a better podcast in general. So, so if that's a bit of a bummer, I'm sorry about that. But if we were like a huge podcast, then I would just hire an editor. But right now, while we're small, I think it's better for me to keep my sanity and keep working to make it even better, so for when we do get there.
Yeah.
So hopefully you will support us in that choice. And don't go nowhere because we will be making podcasts still. I want to stress that. It's not done. It's not on hiatus. It's just going to be less frequent.
So if between episodes you've been thinking, oh, it's been a while, think about the podcast, think of something we haven't talked about yet and send it over to us by Twitter.
Yeah.
So please, Out of the Ice Pod.
Yeah, especially because we're running out of stuff on the list that we are excited to look at right now. And that's why we've been doing so much Disney stuff right now.
Yeah.
That and because, the past year and a quarter have been
bummer.
incredibly draining on mental health. So we're like, well, that's kind of a dark movie. Don't want to watch that. That's kind of dark. 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 Hollywood, are you okay? Do I need to call somebody? So, yeah. So that's just the difference. We will still be doing that, and we're still, watching Dragon Ball. So retrospectives on that will still come out again when I get them done. Dragon Ball Z is in the near future, and I'm excited about a little bit of a change that's going on in the format of the podcast when that happens. So there will still be episodes, just not every 2 weeks specifically. Okay. Thanks for understanding.
We appreciate all the listens and any supports during this transition period.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Later.